The Three of Spring, plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. So that's technically the Three of Wands. The Seven of Cups. The Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. Most people love to get that. The Five of Cups. The Two of Cups and Justice. So look at all the cup cards that you have in here. The cups are about emotions and about love. They also represent the water signs in life, so they can represent water sign people around you, such as the Scorpios, the Pisceans and the Cancerians. Let us see here. I'm trying to pick a pattern of what's going on. This is your major arcana card that's come out for now, and this is the Justice card. It can also represent Libran people. It is often the card of karmic influence, and this one has come out quite a bit lately for these June readings for various other signs. I've told a few of the others about the depth of karmic intertwining that is going on with the traversing that we're going through at the moment. So not just for individuals, but collectively, and again for Gaia as well. Saturn is one of the key players of energies that are hitting us at the moment, and Saturn is the master of karma. So he is producing events, if you like, or he's producing energy fields that are enabling karmic events to take place for the purpose of healing and moving forward in most instances. It's a long and windy road, the tale of karma. But in reality, most of us come back here to live a human life in the timeline that you're in right now, to increase our soul's frequency and vibrational field. And to do that, we cleanse it, if you like. And to cleanse it, we rid ourselves of previous lifetime issues that are often karmically related. They can be tied into dealings that we've done in the past with people we may have been misdealt to by others. We may have had corrupt dealings ourselves and mistreated others. So consequently, when we come back, we are realigning certain aspects of our soul's journey to cleanse all that out, to learn the lessons. When we finally have got to the stage where our soul has completed that journey and we're free of all the karmic debris, if you like, we cease to come back into this plane of density. We move to a higher frequency plane, which is more like a light body. So our journey here on earth over the many, many lifetimes and different incarnations that we come back as is always to learn and to grow and to push the soul forward into its growth and enlightenment and awareness of being. And it just so happens that in these times at the moment, more and more of this work is able to be done because of the Lord of Karma, Mr. Saturn, and the role he is allowing us to play out in. So this is why we're going through such intensity in our lives, because a lot is going on subtly underneath that we're not really aware was going to happen. Consequently, we see a lot of traumatic events. We experience a lot of trauma in our personal lives and at the collective because there's so much change. Change always brings growth, and growth always leads to a greater expansion, which is the raising of frequencies in the long run. So that has come out. It seemed to want to be said from the celestial workers that are here for the reading for you. So they wanted to make you, or not make you, but they wanted to help you understand that scenario, because that basically is what the Justice card is. So some of you may be going through these events, and their presence can be felt through relationships. So it might be people you have met or are interacting with at the personal or in a work situation or within a family situation. Sometimes it will play out in terms of your health. So especially in ancestral health, issues that run through family lines that are carried on through generations. This is a time for healing of those ancestral family illnesses. So if the healing is done correctly, future generations can be free of those health issues. Sometimes it's around finances or money. So it can be career, relationships, health, finances or money, family. And the Justice card can really relate to that in a big way. So I think I'm dealing with that one right now. Also, at a more literal level in the physical plane, it can relate to things such as court cases or events turning up where you might be freed from something, a contract you had signed that you wished you hadn't. It might be a contractual obligation that's ending. So it could be the end of an employment contract, for instance, and you're free to now go and get a new job or start a new business. For some of you, it could be the termination of a divorce or a relationship that you had been living in, or the dissolution of a business. It can also be something along those lines. It can be turning up to court because you have actually been called to court. You might have some sort of felony, or you might have something that you have to attend court for. But more often than not, the Justice card is saying there is some balance being brought to the situation, and it will come out in a balance of energy for you in a positive light. So it's a great card to receive, and since it was the only one of the major arcanas that you guys got, then it's really beneficial. Now, it can also relate to a Libran person who may be in your life, and it could be that balance or justice is playing a role in the relationship energy field with that person as well. If we come up here to the Nine of Summer, which is sitting right above the Justice card, it also makes me think that your wishes are coming true somehow around this justice. And whether it's deep karmic rebalancing and harmonizing of the energy field, or whether it's more in the literal, such as a court case or the completion of something and justice is coming back in line, then it says wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, and a magical time of life. So there's great harmony and dividends and prosperity within this package that seem to be sitting together over here. It could represent even love and harmony and bonds and some sort of freedom that's coming with this Libran person that may be involved in a relationship with you. It could be that they are freed up somehow, or that the relationship between you becomes more harmonized and balanced as well. Since we've started going that way in columns, if we come to these two, these are a bit of a juxtaposition. Your two most giving of the cup cards are these two, and these two are a little bit more beguiling in a way. They're a little bit more of the denser side of the cup energy. The Seven of Cups she says here, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from over-analysing the options. So often when the Seven of Cups comes out, this is about choices in your life and having many choices being presented to you. It could be choices that really affect the heart, because remember, this is the heart energy, the Cups cards. It's about connection. It's about feeling into things, taking something on from passion, from the heart center. It's about feeling love and propelling that love outwards. So it really engages you at the heart, at the close connection center. Now, this can also be through your job as well. So it can be career related. But underneath of it, we have the Two of Summer, which is the Two of Cups, which is, again, this is a beautiful card. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So if some of you have been going through relationship issues, and this is where they kind of are tying in over here as well, there seems as though there's some balance, or there's some integration, or there's something that is healed somewhere along this line, if that's what you want. It says here, don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Some of you may be thinking of moving on in a relationship, and that this could be what the Seven of Cups is up here, that there's a lot of other people showing interest. Now, with this card, these options that turn up are not necessarily good for you. They can be in disguise, and they can look attractive and appealing, but it pays you to be very cautious when you make your choices when the Seven of Cups is out. So you need to look into it very carefully about which choice you make. Is it the right one, or are you doing it from the heart emotion and not deploying intelligence into your decision making? So that's kind of the warning that might be going on there, or not necessarily a warning, but an insight, so that you can be more cautious, which I know Capricorn you always are, but you could be more cautious about the decisions you're making and do a bit more due diligence, regardless if it's relationships, if it's a health modality, if it's a new career option that you're looking for as well. With the Two of Cups, it is a divine card, and it often does represent a true, deep, soul-committed relationship. So this could be one that is already existing, and the two of you are having it healed, because it talks about that with this card. And the healing could come through some of this energy over here. It could also be representative of a new relationship coming in. So some of you may meet a new partner, and that could be this blissful euphoria, or it could be a connection to the higher frequencies that love can offer. So some of you may feel this coming in the month of June, like a deep bliss connection coming. It could be with your current partner, if you have one, or it could be with a new potential partner. The Two of Cups can even go to a deeper level, but I probably won't describe that here in this reading. The other aspect that it can also be talking about is the formation of businesses, or the consolidation of a partnership in terms of a new business starting up. So this can also represent that, and it can mean a very fruitful business or partnership is on the cusp of being formed. And again, that could have something to do with this in terms of the legal contracts, or going to somewhere like a court or a lawyer's presentation to sign contracts that you might be forming. And this could be a new partnership that is starting in terms of business. If we come over here, we have the Three of Wands. This is often about expansion, insight, creative ideas. It's a very creative card, and it says plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience, there are more good things to come, and satisfaction from a job well done. So it feels as though this card is particularly favourable in terms of growth and ideas and creativity, and actually presenting something or making it, bringing it from the thought reality down into this reality and having it manifest. So it's a magical card, especially for businesses, for entrepreneurial work, and for your career, for development. It could be that some of you are getting a promotion, or that you look at a new area of employment, or you have designs or ideas that complement a current business, and you could be rewarded for it. However, we come down to this card, and this is the Five of Cups, and it says, trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from negative emotions of others and focusing on that which frightens or worries you. If you are a bit afraid of an expansion that could be coming with this Three of Wands, which it often means expansion, opportunities and ideas, this card is saying there could be a little bit of fear or trepidation around that, and perhaps you are worried that you're not ready for it, or that you haven't got the full ideas, or you don't understand the next step of a procedure or an idea that you've started. It's saying don't focus on the negatives. You must focus on the positives, or look forward to different ways of finding a resolution as well. Also, if there are people around you who are doubting your abilities, or listening to your doubt about it and fueling that, then again, remove yourself from any negative aspects. There can also be a feeling of being locked out from a community or a bunch of people that you might have associated with when this card comes up. You might feel as though people are closing off a little bit, or they're not as open as they could be, or there's not the support there. This could be because you are pushing the boundaries and you're creating all these new perspectives or ideas that are coming in from you that others are a bit threatened about. So many different aspects of the two of them teaming up, but I think what I'd like to do is put the Three of Spring, the Three of Wands on the top of that, so that the Five is diminished a little bit. And likewise the same for that the Two of Cups is the stronger or the brighter. And this one over here, they're both so strong that they both get just as much opportunity to show, to shine. So there's a lot of messages to me that have come through here, especially for you. And you'll have to feel into it a little bit how you want to deploy those messages, or which are the most important aspects, whether it's this potentiality of expansion and freedom and newness over here, or whether it's about bringing balance into a perhaps blissful union that already exists, or whether you are about to meet someone new, or whether it's the formation of something new in terms of a potential business partnership or liaison, or whether it's ideas or constructs or health modalities. There's a lot that could be there for you as an individual that you have to pick up on. Let's put these ones to the side and deal with this deck over here. These are the Energy Oracle cards. They're a great deck, and I think a lot of readers enjoy working with them. They're quite insightful often in the messages that they give, without too much need for going too deep. And there you have it, the victory card, the first card out. There's something about victory coming, and we talked about that at length, quite honestly. So focus again on that and know that there's a lot of positives within the cards that came. And I think the victory is passion felt for you guys. There's the thinking woman, she's come out. There's the 5th chakra Archangel Gabriel, helping you to speak your truth, to raise the frequency of the throat area. This can also be very protective if you have a sore throat or illnesses or chills or aches or pains. Use Archangel Gabriel for protection around that aspect of your body. But definitely the throat chakra is about speaking up, being heard in particular, being able to speak a truth, and knowing that speaking the truth leads you to the next position or the next part of your journey in life as well. The hostilities card has come out, and I find that when that does, there can be a few people around in the background argy-bargy, wanting their way, or they want to be heard. So part of the throat chakra is listening. And if there are a few hostilities to listen to, and that may be through the Justice card, because there's a sword there hanging down and he's got a sword hanging up, almost as if they're partnering up somehow. So this Justice card could be an indicator that you are going through a process of liberation or freedom from something that's been a bit hostile, such as a divorce or a separation, or a final deposition of a business that's closing, or the sale of something that was taking a long time that may not have been melding. It feels as though it comes together to bring about an ending. And as I said, usually the Justice card, the rewards come your way. Sometimes there's a little bit of hostility in it, but it's part of the process, you know. We'll see what else is in here for Capricorn for June. Rest and rejuvenation. Again, I see the white light coming in on that particular card. I look at the thorax area in here. Some of you may get like I don't want to say it, you know, the V word. We're not necessarily talking about that, but some of you may need to replenish your body with minerals and vitamins. Vitamins and minerals, so that you can be strong and sturdy for the next half of the year. So take some time out to replenish your body. Don't be all work and no play, because often Capricorn, you can be that way. Take additives or drink wholesome fluids, such as good quality mineral waters, or waters, you know, that you buy that are high in pH, so high pH waters even. Take vitamin B, take vitamin D, essentially. Add minerals, eat well, eat plant-based foods, because this can be thorax problems like chest, lungs, so bronchitis, asthma, things along those lines. It can also be heart and chest related. Some of you might feel like an energy coming into that part of your body. Some of you may be energized from rest and relaxation, such as meditation and yoga. They could be very beneficial for you at this time. You may find yourself enlightened or receiving extra downloads of information. And again, call upon Archangel Gabriel if you want to hear anything, because I see he has that trumpet in his hand, and that's often sound coming in or hearing messages. Some of you are literally going to hear something that you've been either waiting on, or that it comes in unexpected, and it could again have to do with the Justice card. So I think that's how those messages are tying in as well. Just remember to keep your body really running well, and look after it, nurture your temple. One more from this deck for Capricorn. Nice, happy family. That often refers to the Four of Wands in the traditional tarot, which is a beautiful card. It talks about moving into a time of feeling sated and complete and restful and enjoyment and connection and support and nurture and love. Sometimes it talks about moving into a new home where you feel all of these things. So this could be the purchase of a new home, or just shifting your digs around, maybe going flatting, or maybe moving into a new blended family or an extended family member joining. Sometimes this can be a marriage or an engagement, attending events like that. Definitely spending time by the sea, feeling the summer vibe coming on, and enjoying the company of people you love and that they love you as well. So nice cards and messages from that deck for you. This is the last deck we will be looking at. This is for Capricorn for closing messages. Change in direction. You can see it coming, and funnily enough, that one there, when I just said it can be changing houses. So some of you may even be moving further than you think. You might move away from a certain area that you're living in, because the stork here, this looks to me like a map that the stork is holding. We see a baby in the cards, so sometimes we could be talking about pregnancies. There's definitely the potentiality here for some sort of new family blending coming, whether someone announces a pregnancy, or a baby is born, or someone gets married, or a blended family comes together, or a new partner comes in, or a new job direction. This one can be many, many different things, but it's exciting. It means life is moving forward and positive changes are in the air. It's a lovely card to come out. I think the energy of the stork and the little cherubic angel and the wee baby just give off such positive glow to it as well. So we do see a lot of children in those last two cards, 3 children altogether. That may be relevant for some of you. You've actually had a really nice reading, you guys. One more here from this deck for Capricorn for June. I don't even know if we need another one, to be fair. I'm thinking that that card is a big enough message that you could just utilize that energy alone. But daydreaming is something that helps to bring messages in terms of connecting with your higher self and allowing that thought process to bring in expansion of ideas, which really was one of the first cards we started with. And it's back in a similar colour palette, and those two actually work really well together, because when we allow daydreaming to happen, we find that we connect with the higher self, with the celestial realm, and that's where our accuracy and our insight can be very profound and very productive as well.